about 3 great women in your lifetime. They come along like the great fighters, once every 10 years. Rocky Marciano, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis. Sometimes you get them all at once. Me, I had my 3 when I was 16. That happens, believe it or not. Maybe she's your first great one. Thanks a lot, son. I think I'm gonna go for it.
This is not some super conventional extra slick talk made to convince you all. Master classes reduced to simple form. There's nothing formulaic about it. This more that Papa told you. Only open the door if he opens it first for you. Mama, sit down, help me get through. Is this how you felt on the day you found it? Oh, oh, oh. Cause if I know I can get it, then I've already had it. I'm cool. If I know I can get it, then I've already had it, I'm cool. This is not some take you out for lunch, wine and dine you and you on countertops. Fill your mind with cotton candy hearts. What's the odds you stay a while? This more that get to know me. Kiss me slowly, hard and focus. They just don't make them like this no more. Whoa, but I think I found it. Whoa, oh. Cause if I know I can get it, then I've already had it, I'm cool, cool. Cause if I know I can get it, then I've already had it, I'm cool, cool. Something about the way you never gave it up to me. But let me know that I can get it, hit it day of the week. If talk is cheaper, then I'm broke with both hands on the sweeper. Cleaning up dirty secrets. Told you don't ever give me that good shit, but I didn't mean it. Bring it home and I'ma bust it out the residence. When I get the cushy, I go dumb like the president. Yes, Lord, I'm way up. Worth the sock at your way up. Get the good shit, was a sneaker, hippie, moccasin trainer. Get the good shit, was it so sweet, I can save it for later. But every time I fuck with someone else, I wish you was there. Kinda good shit, I know. How the fuck I get here? I got hoes, we don't need to go there. On my way out the zone, somebody gon' get me body. Pick my feet off the floor, boy, I think I'm falling. Oh, oh, oh. Cause if I know I can get it, then I've already had it, I'm cool, cool. Oh, oh. Cause if I know I can get it, then I've already had it, I'm cool. Way too drunk, you don't know what I'm saying. You can drive my car, don't drive me crazy. Complicated, got you frustrated every single
Yo. Is it on? Yeah. Can you hear me? One sec. I'll take this thing off. Can you hear me now? Don't just laugh, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? All right, it's really important that you guys are vocal, yeah, and interactive. I know you might have been to shows all over the world and people just sit there, but you're in Manchester. Yeah? All right, don't get romantic. We've still got a show to do, yeah? So we're going to bring some people to the stage. And obviously, normally it's like spoken word stuff, but saying is about words, you get me? So if it might not just be spoken word, get ready for all the styles, is what I'm trying to say. Stop it. You keep doing that. He's the clapper. What did he say? He's got the clap. He's the words. So it's a safe space. I'm just going to trust everybody to, like, respect people because they're going to be sharing. So you know how it works, innit? You, Mr. Clapper. So we're going to bring to the stage the first sharing. Can you put your hands together for LOL, please?
Can't go away, girl, I'ma need you. Play your game like they might take it to an Ivy League school. Won't get Hall of Fame dick from a minor league dude. I see pussy, other people need food. Only got a little time, man.
You alright? Okay, I've got a few pieces. One's only small. If you're into your quantum physics and Shakespeare, you might be into this one, right? Did you know that within our bones and deeper, our atoms were plucked from the ether? We're fucked up and proud, we're skinny and round, bloated and housebound. On roller coasters, throwing catwalk poses, we're stardust, but nobody knows it. We're all carbon-based, but our atoms can be replaced by those of us already laid to rest. Did you know that technically, at least one atom within me could be Shakespearean genes? Thou doth not protest that last inquest of the genes that we hold close to our chest. Hearts are beating out of our heads, but could a bit of you already be dead? Thank you. I was a bit nervous doing that one. I've only just memorised it this morning, so here's a new one. This is about a guy that I made friends with over lockdown, and he treated me a bit of a twat, to be honest. So I wrote a poem about it rather than causing drama and stood back, right? The light of my life is in sight. I can see that you're kind of right. I do look like a bottle of Sprite. The light's at the end of the tunnel, catching the sides with rubble like a funnel, leaving stains like red wine when the sun's up, purple teeth on opposite sides of a come up. We've a friendship made of gold, truth be told. We should never be foes, but treat me like a secret, though. That's not how it goes. Come and cuddle me in my bed. Come break some bread and unravel your head. But we're friends, no need on being dead, giving it depends, just because you're fucking from ends. My stomach aches from all the laughter it made. Funny radiates from you and I shake. Mates is where we'll remain. It'll probably go down in flames, though, when the next dame screams your name. But mate, what I'm saying is use your fucking brain. But it's live and that. At least you've got time and that. I like it when we're just kicking back and having a laugh. But then you go home and treat me like a twat, you little waste gash. Be a better mate or get lashed. In the bin with the rest of my sins, washed out tins and all them empty bottles of Magnums. Thanks. Okay. I've just swallowed red wine the wrong way. Grim. Okay, so it's my last one now. I just tried to rhyme as much as possible, and it ended up being a poem about depression, because nothing I write is ever any less than bleak. So here we go. I'm depressed and distressed, but I'm dressed. I've got text that I'm dressed to impress. Nonetheless, I must regress that I regret my dress and I look a mess. I've got no personality. The lack of me about me makes me weep. I remember who I used to be before the tears and screams and fears and things, but alas, that's the past, and I'm past caring about the last scary twat. No take-backs, just a rematch. Sometimes I want to take myself outside and twat around the eyes because I despise the way she whines and defies the way I beg for demise, but it's live because she strives, but I stay behind, niggling at her mind. No bruises round her eyes, just food around her mouth and hair under her snout and a wonky botch pout, and I see all her impurities and all her deepest insecurities, but I'll wait until she sheds tears before confirming fears about the size of her ears as she clears that 13th beer. Thank you.
Yo, oh, it's on now. Sick. Can we get a round of applause for Lol, please? You can find more of her sharings on her You can find more of her... Sounds exactly the same. You can find more of her sharings on her Instagram. If you're on social media, you find Sayin as well, spelt like that. And that's with an MCR as well. Featuring Skittles. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? You probably don't. So you know, get on Instagram, Sayin MCR, and we'll keep on keeping on. So bringing to the stage next, can you please put your hands together? Adam Merry, please.
Hiya. My name's Adam Merry. Temptation's only bracing when the demon's overfacing. Stomach grumbling in the belly of the beast like Ramadan at a feast. But in the maelstrom, the storm, I found my peace. I'll stroll into the lion's den, cover the paper with pen, ignore the paler men, live my greatness, and then I'll paint you a picture with a palette that's pretty much perfect. Gossamer strands of language bubble up to the surface. An impressionistic utterance, surrealism is sustenance. I'm Neil Buchanan from Art Attack, sculpting metaphors in the abstract, stretching out my syntax whilst your kitchen's getting ransacked. I'm the soundtrack to a flashback of an outcast from the Rat Pack. Let me backtrack to the wisecracks with a flapjack and a cognac. It's a sad fact that we've been lax and we've been trapped, and the only way to change it is to do anything with an impact. Appreciate you all for coming. Social distance stuff is weird. COVID's weird. Coming to venues is currently weird. We're all smashing it. Well done, guys. I got told if you do the dark one first, you can finish on a funny one. So let's do the dark one, yeah? All right. Refuse to darken your heart. It could tear you apart. That's why some keep it stark, pointed and sharp, succinctly past. But I'm buoyant and bouncing. I'm ignoring the clowning. I'm disregarding your frowning. You're like stray dogs prowling. Your stories unravel and you're losing your thread. Your narrative unspools as soon as it leaves your head. You're dreaming if you think I'll ever beg, and you're the living embodiment of regret. You'll stay there until you pay back the debt. Some shit that I'll never forget. I'll set you alight like a monk from Tibet. Hush now, silence, this ain't a duet. But that's just something you don't seem to get. Anyone ever been poor? I've got a few poor people up top. Thank you, thank you. This is called glacial pace. Presenting a meditation on slave wage remuneration, reduced hour rumination, craving genuine elation. Sat waiting at a train station, dreaming of a PlayStation. Luxuriating contemplation, wishing for an extrication. I work to double and my back is breaking. There's no such thing as a 5-star rating when we work to bring home bacon and the management are all complacent. Northern Rail says sorry for delays, the same as every other day. I'm bursting at the seams today and dreaming of a holiday. My feet are fucking soaking. My left earbud's nearly broken. I fight the urge to up and bust, but I can't even afford the bus. Oh well, I'll be home soon for tea. It's 4 cans and powdered mac and cheese. Feet up and stick on Trash TV. What's meant to be is meant to be.
I was about to say it's about time they started respecting me. Didn't even turn my mic on. Don't laugh, I've got my own one. Now do what you want. Is that canned? Have you got do it again? Feel so dirty, man. Filth. On the stage next, can you give a warm welcome to the good brethren, Amy Harris?
Is this okay? Oh,
yeah, I've got to clean it for you before
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm Amy. Thank you for having me. This first one, I wrote one late night. It's a bit of an insight into my brain, but I think some of you might be able to relate. So it's called Bedtime for an Overthinker. It's 9:15, and I think that's bedtime, but that's my body and not my mind. My mind says, you want to go to sleep? Yeah, right. We're going to have a think all night about every fucking thing that's ever happened in your life. I tried to argue back. No one gives a shit about the time I flashed my tit at the Christmas party 3 years ago. But what if they do? And what if right now they're thinking about you and how you're a shit employee? Best phone in sick. Better yet, quit. It's about time anyway, and that's what they would say. Right, snap out of it. But there's no getting out of it. No point saying no, because here we fucking go. Let's think about that time back in school when you flashed Danny your fanny in the pool. Or the time when you were 8 and you kissed that boy and he said go away. Or the time you laughed at your own joke and you gave that boy head and you choked. And he didn't even come. Shit, sorry mum. I hope you can't hear me. Oh man, what if you can? What if Alexa somehow texts her? Right, you're being ridiculous now. I know. Let's think about life and the meaning of it all, and how we're just a great big ball of aluminium, magnesium, hurtling through space at an inscrutable pace, and no one really knows if we'll just fucking explode. Or what's the significance of life or existence if there's no real substance, just man's persistence to destroy Mother Earth's magnificence, you know? And aren't humans duplicitous the way we claim to protect it, but we're full of neglect and lack of respect for everyone and everything? Okay, sleep is clearly not happening. And now I'm on Wikipedia, but I'm none the wiser. I've just been brought to the attention of the media. And when are we going to realise that we're just fed bullshit and lies? Amy, breathe. I tried to concentrate on my breath, but if I think about life, I must think about death. And why do the people I love have to die? It's times like this I wish I still got high. But that gets me thinking about drugs, which gets me thinking about sex, which gets me thinking about my ex, which gets me thinking about hate, and is it actually love? And why did I give it all up? Because I may never fall in love again. Give me a break. 1:15 now and I'm still fucking awake. Think happy thoughts, I say. The morning's still 5 hours away and I'll get to sleep, right? Thank you. I've only got time for one more, so I thought I'd do I'd do a light-hearted one. And it's called The Moaning Mank. The moaning mank, she lives on her own and she moans about a messy home and that she doesn't know why the walls are growing mould. But does she leave it? Does the Pope live in Rome? The moaning mank, always on her phone, but always moaning that she's all alone. She'll ask about your kids and haven't they grown? But she'll never have any kids of her own, because kids are shites that can't be told. The moaning mank, she's put on 2 stone, but will she leave those scones alone? No. It's not her fault she's starting to look like Jerome, you know, the fat bloke who lives down the road. The moaning mank sat on a throne, moaning about growing old, and how time goes slow, but yet it's flown, and how it'll never be like them years ago, when you could still get by on the dole. She's got no money because she took out a loan, and it's all been blown on cigarettes and blow. The moaning mank, moan. She moans if it's hot and she moans if it's cold, and at this rate we'll be having snow and she can feel it in her bones. The moaning mank, moan. Let her moan, because that's how she copes. Moan, that's how it goes. The moaning mank, moan. Thank you. It's not about me, I promise.
Oh, one more time. Can we get a round of applause for the Amy? The Kellys? No, everyone's supposed to give them a round of applause. I'll try that one more time. The Kellys? That's who you blame for all this. Yeah. I just have to say, remember, I know it's a very warm and kindly space, but stay with who you came with, yeah? Because we're trying to be socially responsible and all that kind of stuff. And you know us, we like to touch and hold and feel and all the other good words. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that you stay with who you came with. If you're going anywhere, put your mask on, get your squirties on you. Just remember to stay over there.